What's up, guys? So first things first, YouTube have added support for 60 frames per second video. Sweet. So I'm recording this now in 60 FPS. I'm going to upload it in 60 FPS with a higher bitrate and see what kind of quality I can get out of it. Hopefully it should be buttery, silky smooth, like my butt cheeks. So I have another update for you with regard to the Insmopropriate stuff. A couple of things with regard to that, actually. So I'm going to change the rules a tiny bit to make things a bit easier for you guys. So what I'm going to do, instead of the picture you send me having to be inherently funny, just send me a picture. That's it. Just send me a picture of you wearing and or using anything you get from the Smo store, and you will be entered into the competition. Now the prize, as I said before, has been graciously donated by getgear.co.uk, and I can now reveal that that is a 20% discount code, which you can redeem at any of their online stores. I think you can use it at the walk-in stores, but if you do, I think you need to call ahead to the store and tell them about the code so they know to expect you. What I do know is that the code unfortunately cannot be redeemed on electrical goods such as GoPros, sat-navs, that kind of thing, but literally everything else in their store is eligible. So for example, if you bought a Smo t-shirt for 16 quid, you could win a 20% discount off a 500 quid helmet, which is £100. It's so worth it. I'm going to draw a winner before Christmas, so a Christmas gift to yourself or a family member. Anyway, moving on. So what I actually wanted to talk about today, controversy. Those awkward moments when someone doesn't know what to say to you. God, I love it. It's just, it amuses me. I don't know why. It's just, when I say something to somebody and they don't know how to react, they don't know what to say, they're not sure what I'm getting at, you know? They're not quite sure if I'm being sarcastic or serious. They're not quite sure if I genuinely mean what I've just said or not. And that's just me. I don't know what else to say. That's just who I am and what I do. I love it. I enjoy the controversial stuff, but it brings me down to a core thing which annoys me personally about humanity and about people as a whole. So one of the things that, actually there are two things that I'm never going to talk about. I'm not going to tell you what my religious views are, and I'm not going to tell you what my political views are. Because all these kind of things do, good day, is divide. They divide people. For instance, perfect example, the Baron recently made a video called Are We in the Matrix? And if you read the comments on that video, everyone is at each other's necks debating about religion and evolution and all that kind of bullshit. I don't need it. I don't want that to be anything that you guys think about when you're watching my videos. I don't want you to be divided. I want you all to be united by the fact that you love motorcycles, that you enjoy watching my videos, and that you're having fun. I don't want you guys to be stressing when you're watching a video of mine. I don't want you guys to be thinking, oh, Smo is such a cunt, he doesn't believe in the same thing I do. Which brings me down again to what I wanted to talk about, and that's tolerance. So one of my biggest gripes with people is the fact that regardless of what your affiliations are, religiously, politically, blah blah blah, it doesn't matter, for some reason, as a whole, and as far as I see it, the majority of people are just unable to be tolerant of everyone else. It's a shame that people care so much what someone else believes that they're prepared to out that person, to not be friends with them, to completely ignore them, this kind of thing. I hate it. It's ridiculous. People aren't uniting because of petty differences. Who gives a flying fuck if I believe in the Christian God or an Indian God or a Greek God? So what? That doesn't change who I am day to day. It doesn't mean shit. It doesn't affect you, what I think, does it? So I don't bring it up. Because for all I know, some of you believe this, some of you believe that, and to be completely honest, I don't give a shit what you guys believe. Believe whatever the hell you want. Side with whatever political party you want. The way I see it, with regard to people, there are only a few kinds. So there's nice people, there's assholes, and there's a grey area in between where people occasionally kind of blur the line a bit. And anyone can be a nice person. Could be a man, could be a woman, could be a black guy, could be a white guy. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's good people and there's bad people. It really is that simple. If you can't see that, or if your vision is blinded by racism or bigotry of any kind, then you're a fool. And I'd rather that you weren't watching my videos, and I'd rather have nothing to do with you ever. Because you're missing out on the key points that make life great. People uniting, making friends, and learning from each other. It pisses me off that as a whole, the human race is unable to do that. And yeah, we've made progress, things are different now, but racism still exists, sexism still exists, bigotry still exists, segregation still exists. Just be happy, man. Life is good sometimes. Sometimes it's really shit as well. But it just shouldn't matter. I don't understand why it matters. Hating people because they're homosexual. Ugh, why? It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. It's retarded. And it saddens me, it honestly saddens me to know that there are people out there who are persecuted for being the way that they are. Like, one of the reasons I love the motovlogging community so much is because of the overwhelming support that you get from everybody else. We're all united by the fact that we love motorcycles. That's what we do. We love them. We actively love them. And that's why we watch other people's videos, you know? It's a supportive community that holds itself up and doesn't need any bullshit from anything else. The motovlogging community is growing every day. It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. All you've got to do is take a look at someone like Leadpin, okay? Genuinely awesome guy. Really, really cool guy. He's one of my favourite vloggers, without a shadow of a doubt. He's right up there because he's so honest and he's not afraid to wear his heart on his sleeve, which to me is a huge earner for respect right there. Huge. A man that can cry in one of his videos? Are you fucking kidding me? He's more a man than someone who refuses to, because they see it as a sign of weakness. Everyone that I've spoken to about this kind of subject, like I've spoken to Baron about it, I've spoken to Adrian Nickelodeon, and they all say that sort of around about the subscriber level that I'm at now is when your channel is at its most fun, because all you guys are on the same page as me. Oh, I say that, not all of you, sure, but the fact is that all you guys that regularly watch my stuff, you all get it. You understand me and you understand where I'm coming from, and there's this common ground between us that keeps you around and that keeps me motivated to keep making videos. So within this channel there is a community, and I just love it. I love it. The interaction with all you guys is fantastic. You know, the banter and comments and stuff, the live streaming when I play video games, it's all just fucking amazing. I love my channel the way it is, and I love all of you guys the way you are. So for those of you that have been following me from the beginning, the reason I decided to slap a camera to my face and talk bullshit on my motorcycle was because I was going through an extremely shitty time in my life. Excuse me, I've got some serious wind here. Oh dear. I was going through an extremely shitty time in my life. I won't go into too much detail, but you know, my missus and I split up. My son was stuck in the middle. It just wasn't nice, you know, it sucked. And it put me in a very, very low place. And I didn't really see much of a way out. I wasn't contemplating slitting my wrists or anything as dramatic as that, but I was just sad. You know, I was just waking up every day thinking, what the fuck am I doing this for? And so I went and bought a motorcycle and I started vlogging. And I honestly feel like vlogging saved my life, because some of the kindness I received from some of the bigger names in motorcycle vlogging, people like Weem, The Crumble, Baron, Spicy 110, you know, Pickle and Angry, all these guys came out of nowhere and hoisted me up onto their shoulders and said, keep going, man, I like what you do, it's good fun, keep it going. I really do owe a lot to them. I don't think they realise quite how much I appreciate everything that they've done for me, but their support lifted me out of that funk, and now I'm happy again. You know, things are looking up. It's easy to forget that life goes up and down, but when it goes down, the only place it can go from there is up. So from this dark, lonely, sad, unhappy place that I was in, I now have a loving girlfriend who I think the world of. I have a fantastic motorcycle, I have a job that I enjoy, and I love my co-workers as well. I'm earning more money than I was. And I have you guys, so I've got a lot to be grateful for. I guess it just annoys me that some people fail to see that whether you're straight or gay or white or black or whatever, that you're incapable of having a moral compass, that you can be a good person. Good people come from everywhere, and bad people come from everywhere too. So I guess if any of you guys are going through some kind of bullshit like that, or you're being persecuted for being who you are, shoot me a message. I'm more than happy to talk to you. I'll be a pair of ears. I'm not going to judge you. People are people. And if you're not a dick, then I'll like you. It's that simple. You gotta love how people putting their hazards on think that means you can do whatever the fuck you like. You notice that? They just park wherever the fuck they want and throw the hazards on, as if that means it's like, it's okay. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna put my hazards on and run over this pedestrian. Yeah, it's fine. Well, I have my hazards on, man. What are you talking about? Nothing wrong with that. Christ, look at the state of this fucking road. Jesus. Looks like the fucking moon. God, I fucking love motorcycles. Being able to just skip your way through traffic is one of the best feelings ever. I love it. Why don't you just cross the street? I mean, with all due respect, I know the button is there for a reason, but you could have totally just crossed the street. And then you wouldn't be stood there right now. Just saying. Anyway, I think I've pretty much said everything that I need to say. Just need to get that rant out there a little bit. But as usual, I've been Smo. You guys have been awesome. Peace.